Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Today we are in chapter 33, continuing our progression from yesterday. 33-1, we were running 3 teams. This chapter starts getting into 4 teams, which is absolutely crazy. I really need to come up with some more gear to run a 4th team. Still sticking with the Lockout team. Very, very solid when it comes to just your regular 1-team stages. But the challenge does come in when we fight 4 stages. This one, again, super cycle here, Taline doing all the damage, starting to see the level gap increase as we're continuing here. 53 million damage there from Taline, but as the level deficiency or the level cap continues to kind of spread out within this chapter, these stages we're going to see it really get more difficult. When you get to chapter 34, it is really, the chapter 34 is nicknamed the wall because that's more where most players hit the level cap or the actual wall for the power that you have on your heroes. You'll see teams like this no longer work when you start getting into chapter 34, which will be in shortly, but it gets very, very difficult. You not only have to have 5 teams, as you start getting a power deficiency, which to get through the chapter, most players are saying roughly running around level 420, which we're only at 387 right now. So we have a ton of time before we can actually make a lot of progression in the next chapter. But moving through this chapter should be relatively easy based on the power and the level we're at right now. On this account, I do run everything every single day, meaning we run the lab, we do our dailies, all of that. So let's go ahead and we will take a look at what our 4th team is going to be comprised of in this chapter. So now we're looking at adding in the 4th team, which is of course going to be comprised of Gwen. Gwen does a lot of burst damage, which is very, very nice. She is a ranger class, so very strong to add into our 4th team comp, combined with Hendrik. As you can see, Hendrik's gear is very, very subpar. We are running out of gear to fill out 4 full teams at this point. Signature items still need a lot of work as well. Also with Rose. Rose is the other hero that's really going to supercharge Belinda a lot, Gwen. A lot of times she does follow Arthur, which is okay too. Arthur does a significant amount of damage as well, which of course we are going to run Arthur. The Arthur-Gwen combo, very, very strong. Running it sometimes with Pharrell, but this one we're actually going to run with unique Verk. The big reason behind Verk is not only the ultimate ability, but the traps. The poison traps make a very, very big difference, especially with this team. So if anyone does come on the allied side trying to get to Gwen, Verk's poison traps will actually stun the enemies that are coming on the side, allowing Gwen time to do additional damage to actually burn them down. And as you can see, we still need more furniture for him. We still need more gear for him. We are really, really struggling when it comes to the 4 teams, but let's go ahead and we'll give it a try. One of the most amazing additions they did is, as you can see, 4 enemy formations here. You can actually pick and choose which one you're going to fight with which team comp. So here we have the Rose. We can pair what team we want with this team comp specifically. Once you defeat one, it'll actually give you a green check mark on the 1 slot, meaning that that battle is finished. It does lock the heroes in there for that one specific battle. But again, when you complete it, you don't have to complete all 4 at the same time. So essentially running stages over and over and over to lose the 3rd or 4th stage. You can do it one by one, which makes it super, super efficient to go ahead and take out these stages. Huge update and amazing from Lilith. So let's get into the battle. For the first team, we're going to stick with the standard formations. These are the ones that I geared out. This is Brutus, Nara with Damon, Pharrell, so we do have a lot of crowd control there. Second formation is going to be our Saurus formation. Third formation, which we're actually not going to be able to use out of here. Got to fix out some of these formations because I put some of my heroes in other formations, but this one is actually going to be, I'm thinking the Iran formation, or this one might be maybe the Arthur-Gwen. Maybe we'll go Arthur-Gwen in this formation. So instead of using it in 4, we'll use it in 3 because we're going to have a lot of crowd control. There's Hendrik. Remember, we want Arthur's aura to go onto Gwen. Very, very strong. Rose is probably going to follow Arthur because he's absolutely maxed out at this point. Sophia we could use, but I think I'm going to save her for the Iran team, so we'll put in Verk. And again, the big thing with Verk is, of course, the poison trap. So if anyone gets onto the allied side, you'll actually see them be stunned. Very, very quick work there with Gwen doing a lot of damage. And Rose did, in fact, follow Arthur on that one. So our final team is going to be the Iran with Gorvo. I've kind of went back and forth. I'm going to use Lorzen in this one because I love the linking ability plus the shielding ability for the front line. And of course, we're going to drop Sophia in here to really throw up that spectral disruption, making it very, very easy for Iran to destroy teams. As you can see, the final team, so the fourth team and all of these 4-team comps, they've made it relatively easy or easier because they are not fully ascended right now. They're a little bit lower, but as you do get further, they get stronger and stronger, like we've said before. Boom, that is team number 1, still holding strong with Brutus. Absolutely amazing job there. The King lives. And of course, this one is the Saurus team comp. This one really relies on Saurus to maximize his damage with the crowd control and the haste that we're getting from the twins, as well as the energy regen from Aziz, allows Saurus to just absolutely truck through the entire teams. So let's go ahead. We'll look at the damage. 33-4 is complete. So looking at the damage here in the first round, of course, it was Damon. The Damon Pharrell team comp, very, very strong. Second one, Saurus, 60 million damage, 26 million healing. Absolutely amazing. 63 million from Gwen, which is our third team comp. Then, of course, we have the Iran team comp for our final team, which, look at that, 52 million, just burn the entire team down without anyone else even doing damage or taking damage to complete that stage. So back to the Lockout team. And as you notice, we have kind of broke up the Lockout team. When it does come to multiple stages, breaking out or breaking apart the Lockout team, because they are super, super strong. They have very high utility. Taylene does a ton of damage. The twins, Aziz, Rowan, Mahira, this entire team does a absolute phenomenal job with synergy. But broken apart, all of the heroes are still very, very strong in their own right. So running Taylene in some comps, very strong. Running Rowan, Aziz, the twins, as we know with our Saurus team comp, does absolutely excellent at this point. Mahira is one that I did not build into the new team comp with everybody, but we could definitely use her. There's a couple places in the teams that we could swap out a couple heroes, but each team, if you look, has the core that they're really working on. So the first team utilizes Damon with the crowd control from Nara and from Pharrell. The second team focuses on using Saurus, maximizing his damages healing. Third, of course, is Gwen Arthur, very, very tough. So building out that team. And then, of course, the fourth is the Iran and the Pharrell combination with Sophia, making it very, very difficult to kill those teams. So when you look at the S plus teams or the S teams, the A teams, all 4 of my teams actually fall right in there. Just need some higher signature items, just need more gear to really, really build them the rest of the way out, which I'm hoping from the holiday event that's coming soon. Here we have Laika on the first team, Iran on the second. Third team is comprised of Ira and Sophia. And then the final one, again, goes back to Legendary. That was the nerf they did with the stages. So in the first one, we're going to go with Nara on Laika. Then, of course, we're going to go with the CC effect of Nakaruru. Absolutely phenomenal when it comes to the crowd control. The stuns that Nakaruru allows, plus burning through Brutus's shield. Very, very strong. Looking at the damage here, 50 million damage from Damon, but 25 and 26 million from the rest of the team as well. This one we know Saurus is going to be pulled in, which might be problematic, but he did get a banish very early. But it looks like Saurus went down with the first hit. If Saurus doesn't have an ability to scale or shield or actually build up his survival, he will die pretty early. So this will be probably our first defeat. I'm just wondering if our Super Tassie can go ahead and get this one done. Still got 53 seconds left. So through the cycle, does a considerable amount of damage. As you can see, that the enemies are just slowly getting worked down. There goes Iran. There goes Arden. Just have Tassie versus Tassie, which is just the teleport nightmare. But I think we're going to get this one. It is going to be close with the stun. We got it. We got this one. Boom. There it goes. Tassie goes down. The teleportation nightmare. Looking here, 68 million damage from Tassie. So Tassie gets that stage done. Very, very cheesed at that point. This, of course, is going to be our Arthur Gwen combo. So Hendrik will push back. Boom. Look at the back line. 4 of the 5 heroes on fire. Right off the bat, just destroys them so quickly. Combined with the traps and also Verk. Verk's poison, Verk's ultimate ability does a considerable amount of damage. 73 million damage there from Gwen to destroy that enemy team. And the final one, of course, Iran and Leica. We're going to leave Lorzen in the top, so the Spectre Disruption is covering Athalia. Very easy. Again, with the nerf that Lilith provided, very, very easy to get that last team done. Again, Iran just dominating damage. But look at that, 41 million from Sophia. So pretty much one hit with the Scatterbolt because she didn't get to ult. Finishes out that stage, bringing us to 33-9. Going back to the Lockout team. Again, together, perfect synergy, but the support they provide. Remember, 4 of these 5 heroes are support heroes, making this a very, very strong team together, but breaking them apart as equally beneficial. So these single stages, this team works perfectly for, as we've seen right there, and as we've seen through the last couple chapters, the Lockout team being built, 98 million damage from Talene, doing a absolute incredible amount of damage there. So Lockout team does stay consistent. Quite a bit of heals there. And look at the Mesmerize. Everybody on the team is completely mesmerized. So you do have the ability to burn them down relatively quick. Not only doing damage to themselves, but also doing damage from your team. And your team is not taking damage. Kind of the big part of having Mahira versus having Tassie. Tassie will do the slumber. Mahira will have the enemies kill themselves, which is very beneficial, bringing us to 33-11. Again, Mahira right in the bottom. Mahira does need her plus 30 signature item. Very, very reliant on the energy regen. In addition, with Mahira being next to Rowan, she has the mage artifact, so she will actually pick up the potion that Rowan has first, allowing the Mesmerize now effectively to happen quicker. So she can actually cast her ultimate ability quicker. 99 million damage there from Talene, and of course, a ton of crowd control provided by Mahira. Bring us to 33-12 for boss stages, which we have Tassie, we have Rose as a boss, we have Rowan, and the final one, which is Rose again. So a bunch of support for the final battle here in 33-12. Let's go with the Iran team first. Boom. Pulls everybody in relatively quick. These stages, again, were pretty over-leveled. We are definitely over-leveled. We are over-geared, but the level gap, as you can see, 389 to 471. So we're about 80 levels, 70 to 80 levels. Difference depending on the team, which, again, is kind of getting closer to the level deficiency that we're looking for. And this one actually might be a defeat. It doesn't look too good right there. I don't think Nakaruru can get it done. That is our first defeat right there. But we should definitely be able to get this one down. We'll have Nara grab Aziz, because I actually want to kill him. I want to try to nullify the energy regen. There is the crowd control, or the CC from Nara's ultimate ability. Got the kill there to get that stage done. Looking at the damage, 38 million from Nakaruru, doing a considerable amount of damage with the stuns that she provides. Second team, of course, is the Saurus team. Saurus is going to have the ability to just burn down these targets relatively quick, as well as keeping this entire team healed. Remember, they did address the issue with his accuracy, which just completely supercharged Saurus. You can see they had problems with him in accuracy. Now we just need furniture to increase the survivability, which would be very, very nice to see. And the final team, of course, is the Arthur Gwen team. We're going to have Nara in the middle pick up Rose, or Rose is going to get grabbed by Nara, but we should be able to burn a hero down. And I'm actually not using Talene in here, but let's go with, I'm thinking Ezio. I'm thinking Ezio is going to be able to burn this team down pretty quick because of Gwen doing so much damage in a burst. As long as he doesn't die. Boom, there's 1, 2, Ezio took out 3, Ezio took out, and the fourth one very easy. All right, guys, so that is 12 more stages for today. 33-12 burned right through. Let's look at the final damage here. 92 million from Gwen. Very, very nice. So this does take a considerable amount of time to get through these stages. So we're going to do this actually in kind of a couple breakout stages. So that is 12 stages done of 33. As we continue to make progression through here, we'll continue to build out our teams. I definitely need to start getting guild coin to increase the amount of mythics I have. I actually have heroes in here that are wearing legendary gear at this time. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Very stoked to be working through chapter 33 at this point. And as always, thank you guys for watching.